Hey, if you've ever wanted to achieve something, a goal, or allow yourself to become someone that you know you can do, but something keeps getting in the way, then you're experiencing resistance. And it's not just resistance, it's unconscious resistance. It looks like procrastination. It can look like making bad decisions that end up slowing you down or keeping you from accomplishing something. And when you sense this resistance, it's there trying to help you. It's subconscious reasoning behind getting in your way is to keep you from harm in some way. But this aspect, this unconscious part of us, is usually developed when we are very, very young. And it doesn't get kept up to date on who you are or who you become through your life. So it doesn't realize that you have resources that you never had as a child. Because before the age of 7, we pretty much make serious decisions on how to stay safe, how to get love, how to be taken care of. And as we develop all of these things, they hold the place to keep us safe, to keep us, you know, allowing love in, to get us to succeed in whatever ways are best for us. But they're based on the ideas of a child, your child, the child you were when you were little, before you were 7. So, knowing all of this, or just considering all of this, um, there is resistance in the way because that younger part of yourself doesn't really know that this isn't perfectly safe or perfectly good for us. So, what we do, the process is to become aware of that resistance. And like I said, it could be procrastination, it could be a physical sensation. That's the way it comes up for me. Um, it could also be making decisions that get in your way. Like maybe you really wanted to accomplish something, but you decided to go out with your friends instead. And afterwards, even though maybe you had a good time, you regret the fact that you didn't accomplish what you wanted to. So it can come up in different ways. And once you realize or become aware of a resistance that's in the way of you accomplishing something, then you have the ability to connect with it. Now, if you've never done this before, it's not always easy right away to connect with that part of you, but it gets easier over time. And if you're patient, it will start communicating with you more quickly than you can imagine. So the first thing you want to do is go into a meditative state. Now, I did a couple of videos on how to get there quickly. And it's basically a state of not thinking about anything or not allowing your thoughts to just decide to come and go whenever they want. And you don't really need to be in this state for like a long time before you start connecting with that part of yourself, that younger part of yourself. So what you would do is, now the easiest way to get into this is to slowly breathe into your heart and just focus all your energy on your heart and your breath. Another easy way is to imagine that that you see a point across the room, or you just choose a point that's across the room, and then bring your focus halfway between the line that connects your eyes to that point across the room. And once you're on that line between your eyes and the point, you will go into a hypnotic state, or also known as a meditative state. So once you're there, ask this younger you, what is it that you want? I know you're resisting for a good reason. What is it that you want? And then wait for the response. It could come in a picture, it could come in a sound, it could come in an idea, it could come in some sense, some overwhelming sense, or even sometimes for me, it comes up as an old memory, just reminding me of how I decided to be safe at that point in time. And so once you become aware of that, ask it, what is it that you're trying to do? What is it? What is it that you want from this? So if it says, I don't want to starve, maybe I don't want to go hungry. I don't want to lose my job. I don't want to, say the wrong thing to someone I care about. Like, whatever it is that comes up for you, that's it. Your subconscious mind is not going to try to fool you or, confuse you. It's going to tell you something. Once it tells you something, if it says it as I don't want, say what will you get once you have that? So if you're younger you said, I don't want to get hurt, then you would say to that younger you, what will you have if you don't get hurt? And then it's going to come up with more broad ideas. I'll be safe. I will be free. I will be content. It will have a more vague and more powerful reason for coming up with that idea and keeping you from moving forward, because it thinks that the old you still exists, that that's all you have, that you haven't grown or changed or become anything more than you were when you were that little. So once it comes up with that big concept of, I want to be safe, or I want to be free, or I want to be loved, then you'll say to that, have a conversation with that part of you. You know what? This thing that we're trying to do right now, it will give us that. And I love that you want that for us, for me. And as you continue to have this conversation with that part of you will start to be updated on how you have been able to, create safety or love or all these other things in the meantime, since you were that little. Once it's updated, it can totally, and it will totally get on board with what it is you want to accomplish. And then what you say to that part of you, are you willing to join me in accomplishing what I want to accomplish? And that is all that part ever wanted. It always wants the best for you, and it always wants to be part of it. And because it's unconscious, it just doesn't connect with every day-to-day stuff. And it actually has more power than you have consciously, so that it can actually then start supporting you in what you really want. Okay. So once you get to that part, and that part of you agrees, you will have, once you know it's actually happened, you'll have a shift in how you're feeling. You'll suddenly realize something. You'll feel expanded in some way. And once that happens, you know that you're done. Once you're done, just allow yourself to feel that satisfaction of having gotten that subconscious, that unconscious part of you on board, and allow it to integrate by moving on and doing something else in your life. Do the dishes, go for a walk, do the laundry, take a drive, whatever it is to move away from that. Allow your subconscious, your unconscious, to go back into your unconscious and do what it does best, which is move you forward and allow you to be with your highest values and move forward. Okay. So if there are any questions, please put them in the comments below. I'm happy to answer them. And if you're interested in working with me, there's a link to my website in the description. You can also read my book for free on Kindle Unlimited. That link is also in the description. And until the next video, have a great day.